Ooh, you need to be a bit higher. It's so good to be back. I've been working with churches for the last 3 years after a long and enjoyable career in training and development, and now I'm coming back to my love of training and development and of your success. So how would you like over the next 90 days to really feel like you have developed unconscious confidence? You might have heard of unconscious competence. So let's say you're going back in time to being a toddler, and before you see another toddler on a tricycle, you don't know that you are completely incompetent when it comes to riding a bike. And so we would call you unconsciously incompetent. And then you go to play school and you see the other kids who've mastered this amazing form of transport, liberation and freedom. And you go, I want to have a go at that. And so you get on your bicycle or your trike and you suddenly realise that you are consciously incompetent. You can't do it. But you're a kid. You don't know about the message of quitting when you don't get it right the first time. So you keep trying, like you did when you learned to walk. Okay, it didn't work the first few times, so you kept going and kept going and kept going until you walked. So you look at the other kids mastering the trikes and the bicycles and you go, I'm going to have a go at that. You get stabilisers and other things and people to hold the bike, and you work through that unconscious incompetence through to conscious competence through to conscious. Fucked it up. I fucked it up. I fucked it up. It's good to be back. What do I mean? I've been away for 3 years working with churches on developing teams and mission stuff, but I come from a training and development background. So what? Well, I love training people to enjoy the best life they could possibly enjoy. And if you're a business owner, that means enjoying your business. That's pants. Lex McKee, author of The Accelerated Trainer and other books. I want to share something with you that should get you excited. If there's one aspect of success that you must master, it's confidence. You need to be confident in yourself, in your delivery, and in your products and services. In yourself, your delivery, and your products and services. So, if I could work with you in a way to develop invincible self-confidence, how do you think you'd feel about that? Let's think about competence. There's a model in psychology called the competence model. It's 4 stages. It's very easy to understand. When you were a toddler and you'd never been to playgroup, you may never have seen a tricycle or a bicycle. And so you would be unconsciously incompetent when it came to riding a bike or a trike. But then you go to playgroup and you see these other kids whizzing around the playgroup on their bicycle or trike, and you go, I fancy a go at that. So you get on and you go, whoa, and it hits you, probably literally. You are consciously incompetent when it comes to riding a bicycle or a tricycle. But you're a kid, and you're in that stage of development when you don't understand no, and you don't understand failure. You've got a track record of breaking through impossible odds to learn to walk, where you failed and failed and failed and failed, and you just got up and kept going until you could mimic these amazing bigger humans who can walk without effort. So you know what it's like to move from conscious incompetence to conscious competence. So you get on the bike or the trike again, and maybe you rein in your team, some adult helper or a sibling or an older child who holds the bike for you, gives you some instruction, and before you know it, you are consciously competent at riding a bike or a trike. And then the great day comes where you find yourself riding your bike or your trike without having to think about it. Let's jump forward into the adult phase. If you've learned to drive and you've ever driven home absolutely safely and competently, but without conscious awareness of the journey, you have experienced unconscious competence. Could we use that model for unshakable self-confidence? Of course we could. Before you know about the need for confidence, you are unconsciously unconfident. Very soon in life, especially in social situations, you become aware that you are consciously lacking in confidence. You are consciously unconfident. So the big jump comes when you work through to conscious confidence, and that's what I want to offer to you, a chance to work together, to work on developing your confidence. And it's going to be different for every person watching this video. However, let's look ahead to that future beautiful time where you will catch yourself being confident without any effort whatsoever. It may be a presentation, so you suddenly realize you've become confident in delivering your message. It might be in building a new relationship and you realize you've suddenly become really confident in your own skin. Or it might be your products or services where you share a sales message or a marketing message without any hesitation because you really believe, have confidence in what you're selling. So the key phase is going to be developing conscious confidence. What makes you feel more confident? For most of us, it's expertise. If you really know your stuff and you're really skillful at some technical ability, so for example, I'm really good with computers, I have absolute confidence in my ability to learn and apply new software. Now that took quite a lot of tinkering around with programs before I really realised you've got an aptitude for this. Or it may be the words of kindness and encouragement from other people. That may be the fuel you need to feel confident. One of the greatest tools in my wonderful toolkit I've gathered over 63 years is motivational mapping, and it literally does what it says on the tin. It maps your motivation. Motivation is going to be massive fuel for developing confidence. And I'm so confident that this tool is going to help you that I'd like to offer you free of charge, not free of cost, cost me a lot, but free of charge to you, the opportunity to spend 25 to 45 minutes together on a one-to-one online call to develop an idea of how we could make you have unstoppable self-confidence. If that's of interest to you, drop me a note and we'll get our diaries together. And if you are a trainer and you want to develop an amazing way of accelerating learning for your clients so that they learn things at a much, much deeper level and keep the results forever, then I'd like to talk to you about you becoming an accredited, accelerated trainer. Thank you for your attention. I look forward to meeting you and enjoying you flourish into someone with unstoppable self-confidence.